just
See how easy that was?
What am I doing here? I have like, you see all those cables and stuff I have everywhere? This is like, yours is just like, bam, there we go.
So this is hanging with LAVS.
Way better.
I just started up myself.
I love it.
And then now I'm seeing what we're recording because I have the camera flipped, and yeah, this camera isn't quite as good as the other camera, but I don't care. This is Miesha Tate. She is a UFC champion. She's transitioning into podcasts.
Yes.
And cool things like that.
Yeah, we actually just recorded a podcast for the Miesha Tate Show, so check it out, iTunes or Stitcher for Androids. If you have an Android and you don't have Stitcher, then I guess Google it because I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So
I also got a MacBook Air, so I'm like, I'm moving up.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, right?
Fine. That's awkward turkey.
What is it? Oh,
awkward turkey. So what got you into fighting, Miesha?
So you know what? I'll probably start even a little further back than that. What got me into wrestling?
So you started in wrestling.
I started wrestling.
Okay, in high school?
Yeah. So that was.
I always wondered about chicks that wrestled in high school. I wrestled in high school. I lost a lot of them. But
it's difficult, honestly. So I went out for wrestling because I didn't want to play basketball. That's the only reason why.
Okay, well, you're not tall enough for basketball.
I'm not tall enough for basketball, and I'm not good enough for basketball. I'm horrible, and it just wasn't one of those things that I was ambitious about getting better at. But wrestling, first practice blew my mind. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done. And I was like,
it's very hard.
Wow. I was like, this intrigues me. I went to Franklin Pierce High School up in Washington State, and like anything you would expect when they don't have girls wrestling, they don't have girls on the team. This is like a weird, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Let's try to get her to quit, because I guess all the other girls that came up before that quit. So I was like, I'm gonna stick it out. Like and they tried to get me to quit. Like they put me in there with the best wrestlers, like the state placers, like, you know what I mean, bigger people. Like they just
pinning you.
Right? Oh yeah. I mean, just trashing me.
What weight did you wrestle?
Okay, so my first year I was 130.
What?
Yeah, you were probably little, weren't you?
Dude, I graduated high school 5'2", 103.
What?
I wrestled 103s.
Oh, so it was 130, 135, 140, 145.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, you would have smashed me.
I just would have like.
I would have been so scared of you. I was like, no, I'm good.
Sometimes I did wrestle the 103ers in our practice room or whatever. They were tough though. No, so I wrestled 4 years, and then I went to college, and I met Brian, and that's how like I started. I started at a club sport there that they had started, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to fight though. I was like, I don't want to get punched in the face. It was like, you know, the typical girl like reaction. You want to ask a girl if she wants to fight, she's like, I want to get hit in the face. Like, I'm just totally me. But I didn't know what fighting was even. Like, I didn't even know. This was back in 2005. Still very up and coming stages, you know. So, you know, but yeah. So I was like, no, I don't want to fight. But then I was like, I went to my first fight card. I watched fights, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I want to do that. You know, just like sparked that competitive flame in me, and it was meant to be, dude. I tell people all the time, I did not pick fighting. No, it picked me. Literally, it was my it was meant to be. It was my destiny, and it's just like I always tell people, like, take chances. Like, even if you think like, no, you know, if something sparks your interest to try it, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. Not all fails, but try. Don't stay in your bubble. Like, don't stay in your comfort zone. Like, just get out there, put yourself out there, do things that are a little bit different. I wouldn't be, you know, a former UFC world champion, a former Strikeforce world champion. I wouldn't have my whole career and everything.
Once a champion, always a champion, Miesha.
Thank you.
You're always a champion. Yeah, like that's pretty sick.
Thank you.
You're Strikeforce champion and UFC champion. Like, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
but
congratulations.
I just tell people take chances.
So badass. You know, like.
Thank you.
Are you in the Hall of Fame yet?
Not yet. No, I think it's been too soon because my last fight was in November.
Okay.
So I think it takes a little while for, you know, someone to get inducted, and I hope, you know, someday I will. But I think they're waiting to see if I make a comeback, which I don't have any plans of. But, you know, because I'm only 30, and
hey,
still,
you know,
like, they're waiting to see.
There's been crazier things.
That's what I said. There's been crazier things. I haven't hanged out.
What time? What are you doing, dude? This is
I
very
thought
professional.
this was like, oh wait, anything goes.
This is very professional.
Anything goes is later. Not hanging with.
Not hanging with LAVS, all right?
No,
this
not
is professional.
Goes. Okay.
Jesus. Well, maybe whoop your ass in front of everybody. So yeah, that's pretty damn crazy. So you have boyfriends and stuff growing up? Like, I mean, everybody thinks, you know, they're like, Miesha Tate, she's the hottest one, and like, you had all these boyfriends, like, they were like, who's gonna partner up with Miesha Tate? I am. Like, you know, in the wrestling room and stuff like that. Did you go through all that?
I don't think so. Suck it up. Like,
only the secure guys and the secure dudes
yes.
would be like, all right, cool, I'll sign up for that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's
I did
crazy.
have a couple guys forfeit because they didn't want it.
Are you serious?
Not kidding. And especially at the like Christian or Catholic high schools, but they wouldn't let them wrestle a girl at that time. It was so weird. Like, so I had like a couple of guys come in and like, I'm really sorry, I feel really bad about this. Like, I would totally do it, but I will get expelled.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll get expelled.
Expelled or suspended. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, they would have got like in big trouble.
Did they say like we could just go practice at my house? Like, we could like learn some, you know what I mean? Like, look, my school, they're not really feeling it. You know who's feeling it? This guy. I'm down to try it at least, you know what I mean? So that's cool. That is pretty crazy that you had to overcome some adversity.
I did.
What's some of the gnarliest things that have ever happened to you?
Well, okay, so in wrestling, my junior year of high school was the first year that Washington State implemented a women's state wrestling program. So we didn't have like districts and divisionals and stuff like that because there wasn't enough girls to eliminate. So it was a round robin tournament. 4 people, we all wrestled each other. But I got my ankle broken 2 weeks before.
Really?
So I broke my ankle. So I couldn't wrestle and I was heartbroken. So I'm like, man, this is so cool. I actually get to wrestle girls and like, you know, go to the state, like,
right.
you know, like get to be a part of it. Like, so then I went to college, discovered mixed martial arts. I took my first fight on like 3 weeks notice.
Really?
Yes, I went to a live event, first ever live event. And I was like, this is MMA. I would do that. That's not at all what I thought it was going to be. And then I was listening to an announcement at the end of the fight. And they were like, I'm going to have an all-female fight card in 3 weeks if there's any women in the audience, you know, an amateur fight card who want to fight. And I just went down there and just signed up.
Sign me up, bro.
Yeah. My striking is pretty much like, yeah, like I've never really thrown a punch in my life.
Right.
Like, no. Like
to this point.
Right, to this point. So I'm a wrestler. I've begun learning some basic jiu-jitsu stuff. I know what an armbar is. I know what a guillotine is. I know what a triangle choke is.
Wow.
And like an armbar escape. You know, that's about it. But pretty much wrestler. I'm just a wrestler. And so we get matched up, right? I took her down like, you know, 10 seconds in. I took her down. I read her. I pretty much forget that I can even throw punches in the first round. So second round starts standing again. And they're like, just throw 1, 2, 1, 2, you know? So left, right, and take her down again. So I go to shoot her, but she puts me in a tie clinch. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was. Yeah. I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know how to defend it, and I couldn't get past her.
She's giving me some knees.
Face.
Oh my.
Broke my nose. It was just like blood everywhere, and like she got onto my back because I was a little bit dazed, you know, and she's trying to choke me, and I just remember this crazy surreal moment where I'm on like my knees and my elbows, and I'm like trying to protect myself, and she's like punching me in the ear. She's trying to choke me. Time just went.
What am I doing right now?
Yeah, like just literally felt like time just stopped, and I'm just watching like blood pour from my nose, the steady stream, and this like pool of blood. I'm just watching it like go like this, get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like. It felt like forever, like when I was in that moment. And then it was like, boom, I'm back in it, like back in reality, and I got pissed. She is not the wrestler. I'm a wrestler, and I just started bucking her. I peeled the hooks off. She fell down into like the guard position, and I'm just bleeding like a stuck pig. I mean, there's just blood everywhere. I'm bleeding all over her, and I just remember like standing up and reaching to the ceiling and like, boom, like just cracking this girl. Like,
oh my
like,
God.
Weathering the storm. I went back, so then the round ended. And it was like, that was my awakening moment where I was like, man, like, I'm a fighter. My cornerman, my head coach was like, no, we're not letting you go out for the 3rd round because like your nose is so bad, like we don't know, you know. And I mean, I wish that I could have because I really feel like I finally had the beast awoken.
Yeah.
I've never been hit in the face like that before.
Right.
Never. They didn't want me to go back out for the 3rd round, which I wish I could have. I always wanted to avenge that loss, but it never did get to come back around full circle. Yeah.
Well, what was your first pro fight?
Okay, so first pro fight. So I had 6 amateur fights. I won 5 fights.
Whoa.
Yeah, 5 fights in a row after that. So it was
nice
my first one was a loss. Yeah, and oh my god, I had like my nose was like this big. I had no indentation right here. It was like a lion nose. Like it just went straight from this to like my cheekbones, and I had 2 giant black eyes. It was pretty embarrassing. But so my first pro fight was a tournament in Evansville, Indiana for hook and shoot, bow dog hook and shoot, way back in the day. So I'm not really a fan of tournament style fighting because as you take damage and you know, it's kind of luck of the draw sometimes, like who you get and who you're, you know, the next person in the ranking system. So anyways, I fought Jan Finney. She had like 8 pro fights at the time, and she's like, you know, the hardest hitting woman of MMA. Long story short, tough girl. She was supposed to win the whole tournament. I go in there, I had a hellacious weight cut too because I didn't know how to cut weight at all. I was walking around like about 149 and I had to make 135. Never done that before in my life, and it was awful. Like I went about it all the wrong way. I ate salt. I did all the bad things you're not supposed to do. So I had a horrible, horrible, horrible weight cut. I didn't know shit about dieting. It was bad. But anyways, I
still don't really. Like, to be honest with you, like,
I can help you.
They eat salt. I'm like, huh.
I can help you out.
My wife's a nutritionist. Yeah.
Well, maybe you should look her. I'm sure you've heard that before.
Oh, I've heard it all. No, I've heard it all now, but I mean, yeah.
So we fought 3 rounds. They come back and they're like, well, we're going to have you fight a 4th round. Anyways, we fight a 4th round. And then they're still like, oh, I don't know, like maybe we should make them go a 5th round. I'm like, dude, I took her down right away. I knee rode her. Like I was on top of the whole, like, what do you mean? Like, what do you know? And her and I are like, we're not fighting 5th round because one of us has to fight again that night.
Oh my god.
So it was like, no, we're not. So the ref was like, how about I just choose the winner? Like I know who the winner is, and her and I are like, okay, fair enough. He raised my hand. I'm like recovering from that fight, and then like I hear like, oh, you're up. Miesha, you're up for a 2nd fight. It had been like maybe 20 minutes, from an all-out like four round, which was only supposed to be 3, war. I'm like, okay, here we go, and I'm exhausted. But anyways, go out against Caitlin Young, who, like, not take anything away from her, she is a beast. Like, she is an amazing kickboxer. She still kickboxes to this day. She didn't do so great in MMA because people started taking her down, and you know, but her because her striking's nasty. It's like scary. It's like you do not want to stand in front of that girl, you know. So I try to take her down. Like I'm too tired. It doesn't work. I end up like standing up at the wrong time and like trying to block a kick, still not knowing that much about, you know, learning. I'm a year into the sport, so I don't know that much about striking. She kicks me in the head. Out. It was like someone took a baseball bat and just went bam, and just like knocked my head off.
So man, that is so crazy.
It was pretty wild, but I still came back and was like determined to
fight.
Well,
fast forward, and then you won the UFC title.
Yeah.
I mean,
10 years later.
Boom. Against the world-renowned kickboxer, right?
Yeah. I have so much respect for Holly.
Same.
She's
just a badass chick, dude.
She is, and she didn't tap.
Badass
she went
chick.
out. Tough.
Doesn't care.
Nope. No, she left it all on the line. She wanted to win that bad, and I give her a lot of respect. She's so hard to like grab too. Like I don't know. She does this weird like stutter step where like as soon as you think you know, like oh man, I've got her up against the cage. She's like, and she like jukes you out. I'm like, damn it, like just try. You know, I thought you were going left and you went right.
Dude,
you know?
I don't gamble, but I really wanted to put like my life savings on you that fight. I swear to God. Yeah, so now you're gonna do podcasts.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna float around the world and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an ambassador now for the UFC, so I just do random things that they may or may not need. I go to a lot of international cards. For some reasons, fighters don't like doing that. I love it. Like, I love going. It's like I get my trip paid for, I get my hotel paid for, my food paid for while I'm there, and I make money. I'm like, I don't have kids. I don't have, like, things to worry about like that. I have my dogs. I miss my dogs, but I'm like, I want to see the world. This is a big
pretty cool place. Yeah.
So
the world is cool, and UFC is awesome.
I just went to London for the London UFC event. I've never been there before, so it was pretty cool. And I went to Switzerland. I skied the Swiss Alps. My second time doing that, and it was fun. Went to Belgium, went to Amsterdam, went to Barcelona.
Badass.
Yeah, all in that same trip. So it was pretty cool.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
See what time it is? Miesha Tate.
Miesha Tate time.
Miesha Tate time. Cupcake time. Yeah. Tate's time. Well, thank you so much. These things are nice and short.
Oh yeah.
So
I like that. You're onto something. I feel like thinking about revamping mine.
Well,
Miesha
thank you
Tate
so
show.
much.
Yeah,
I appreciate
absolutely.
it, baby.
Thank you.
Take care.